episode number 16. Man, we're getting on up there. We're just talking about all of Beau's friend requests. Apparently, he's getting a bunch of friend requests. He's like the most popular guy on the show now.
Get text messages after the show to who's this Beau guy?
Yeah.
Where's he come from?
Hey, we got our first hate message this week. So, like, know we're making it big whenever we get our first hate message. So, that was awesome. Beau's getting a ton of friend requests. Now we got to go through his friends list and say, yeah, we don't know them, or yeah, we know them, who they are. Just having a big. We're just getting on up there. I'm disappointed though, because I said before we got off the show last week, I said I want to see 300 subscribers on the YouTube, and we went from 281 to 293. So I need 7 more. I need 7. We cannot go home until we get 7 more.
I'm sorry.
So we're gonna have you. If I have to sit here by myself, I guess we're gonna be texting folks. Hey, have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? So we need to make sure we get to 300 before we go home. But it's good to see you guys again.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah,
it's good to be here.
Now, anything interesting happened over the weekend for you?
I went racing. We went to Pine Ridge Speedway, the USCS sprint cars race Friday and Saturday night, same place. Friday night, I drew an 83, which put me starting 7th in the heat race, which I had a pretty nice heat race. I knew I could get some passing points in it. Just had to keep my nose clean.
Yeah.
So I went 7th to 3rd in the heat, put me in the dash, drew the 5, of course, so put me on the last row of the dash, and fell back to 6th in the dash. Wasn't very good in the dash. So we went back for the A, and I just started throwing some stuff at it, and car was a whole lot better in the A's. We started 6th, got up to 4th, and about 12 laps in the race, my steering really started. I could turn in pretty good, like on the back steer. It would kind of get to where it would lock up, and the car just kind of like drift up across the track until it would kind of get it back going again. So that started happening about lap 12, and as long as I was in open track, it wasn't too terrible. When I started having to get to lap cars and really not being able to get in the corner hard, it got even worse, and it was just a handful to drive the rest of the race. So, I didn't want to get crazy, but I wanted to finish.
Yeah.
And so we were able to, get really good restarts. On the race, like we'd have some restarts, and the first 2 laps, I really wouldn't feel it that much. But then if we got going, I could feel it more and more. And so, we were able to survive and finish 4th. So I was happy with that. With another steering issue, we had one in Talladega last time, and then
what happened?
I think it felt the same way. It felt like the servo just wasn't pumping enough. Like it just would lock in certain spots. It was fine all night long into the A. So I feel like it felt the very same. Like in Talladega, it was kind of tight when I would try to turn this way. Then the steering we had in here, it was good this way, and then on the back steer, it would kind of like lock on me. So it had the very similar feeling. So we had that issue, but we ended up managing to stay in 4th place. So track took some rubber there at the end, and it burned up, left rear, right rear tire. But most of the night track was really good. But so 6th to 4th, the steering issue, I was happy with that. We had to come back home. We were coming back home anyway, so I was coming back to pick up Kim. The track, it was only about 2.5 hours away, so it wasn't an awful trip. But it ended up working out because we had to come back home to Tony's shop, get the steering out of his other car, take it back the next day. So we got steering swapped out, and ended up drawing 100 on Saturday.
Nice.
So, which I knew where I was starting on Saturday. I was going to be dead last in the heat race. And so we go to pack the track, and I hear them saying like, hey, we need some cars to come up here to help packing the track. So I'm like, let me walk up here and look at this situation. And it's bad. There's one groove packed in on the top, and the rest of the track is still looks churned up, and it's still muddy and sloppy. Well, there was also nobody on the track like making anybody get down in it. I think if you'd had somebody out there like forcing people to go down in it, that it could have got run in a lot quicker. But
like they usually do everywhere else.
And they ended up having to pull the grader out, start scraping the top layer off, pushing it down to the bottom. They had trucks out there running it around. So I was like, oh, this is going to be awful.
What'd they do? I guess they just overwatered it?
Well, yeah, but the night before, it took rubber at the end. And they had 2 more classes coming in Saturday. So they were hoping, put some more water on it. The track will be good most of the night. They had a big factory stock race too, paying $2,500 to win. So they had a lot going on.
Right up your alley.
Probably should have gone.
Well,
yes, they had a lot going on Saturday, so they wanted the track to be good. So, so they got the track. They finally got it ironed in pretty good. The place was packed too, by the way. I mean, there was people all in the pits, in the stands. It was packed. They got the track rolled in, pretty good. It was still pretty slimy. Hot laps, pretty slimy. So the heat race, I start dead last in the heat. And we get on the gas. Like, I've had Riverside, starting the back of Riverside when it's mud at midnight, but this was something different. I don't know what it was, but like, as soon as they hit the gas, I mean, I literally I couldn't see nothing. I pulled a tear off, another tear off. I was 3 tear offs down the front straightaway, and the cars are going everywhere, and I'm just hoping I don't hit one of them. And somehow maneuvered all through it, went 8th to 3rd in the heat race, which it was another nice heat where I knew I could get some passing points. Just had to survive it, but I couldn't see any cars in front of me. And so we finally got to 3rd and just kind of, rode there in 3rd. And they scrapped the dash because we got started really late. So we just had to draw. We just drew. The top 6 drew. I was 2nd in points overall. And I ended up drawing the 2, which shocks me because usually I'll mess around and draw the 6 after something like that. But I just ended up drawing the 2. And so starting on the front row, me and Dale Howard rolled off on the front row of the A main, and he got the jump on the start, and it was the same thing. He was down there in the stuff, and when he took off, I mean, the first 3 laps of the feature, I couldn't see nothing. I was just ripping a tear off, going in the corner one-handed, just ripping tear off.
So how many packs did you go through?
Well, I think in the feature I put 28 on, and I still had 10 left. The first 10 or 15 laps, it was really bad. And then the track started like cleaning up a little bit and getting a little dustier, and it got better, and it wasn't as bad. But the first, I don't know, 10 to 15 laps, like Dale started pulling away from me. Once he got decent away from me, he wasn't hitting me as much. I was able to kind of drive a cleaner race. But then we got to traffic, same thing starts happening again. You're just ripping tear offs, ripping them, and driving in blind and stuff. Ended up able to hold on to 2nd. So it was a really solid weekend. 2 top 5s. 4th and a 2nd, so I was happy with that. And also, I would like to say that I filmed this video of the track while they were trying to pack it in, and it looked bad. And I started to post it, but I paused myself, and I was like, if I post this video, am I really helping this racetrack out? Am I doing them any favors? Was their intention for them to overwater and have this mess?
You were almost the problem.
I almost posted it. I was like, man, we've been talking about this. And I could get on there and be an ass about it. Like, sure, we're in the pits, we're all talking about it with each other, but that's different. Like, I didn't go on a platform,
social media, and start
bash
blasting
them and talk bad about them. Yeah. I had the video pulled up, and I was like, I'm not posting this. Like, this wasn't their intention to have this thing overwatered and have a mess. They have a slam packed grandstand. It's the last thing that they want. I don't need to add insult to injury, by posting my video on there. So
you're getting soft in your old age.
Well, I mean, I think that's a lesson for a lot of people that, are on the internet is, I understand you're upset, but I highly doubt that was their intention to have that.
You mean they didn't do that just to you on Saturday night? Yeah. They didn't do that just to you to make your race day night?
We're all involved in that. And so, but they also, they got it run in, and they ran the show straight through. I mean, we didn't have an intermission. They scrapped all that stuff. I think our feature got done still by like 11 o'clock. And we didn't start hot lap until about 8:30, somewhere in there.
Really?
So, once we got rolling, they rolled it straight on through and got it done. So the night before too, we were done. Friday night we got done. Our feature was done about 10:30. And we didn't start hot lap until 7:30, maybe even after that. So, both nights they ran it really, really fast program.
That's good.
And
that's an improvement.
Yeah, we were able to get home by 1 o'clock, which is nice. I really thought it was going to be a 4 a.m. there at first, but they ran a really good show once we got it rolling. And the track ended up pretty good towards the end of the feature there. It was still, pretty top dominant, but you could maneuver around if you had to.
I was going to say, it looked good. The only way I could watch it was Dale's video. I was watching Dale.
Yeah,
Dale, and
it still rolled around pretty good.
Yeah, he was all over the place, and it got interesting whenever y'all were in traffic and whatnot. Like you said, it was kind of a game of who could get through traffic real well.
For sure, yeah. That was the biggest thing.
Dale showed his age and showed that he's done that a few times. Yeah, and he made it through traffic just beautifully, about as good as you could ever want to do it. So he was able to keep you away.
Yeah, there was the last lap there. He had about 3 lap cars right in front of him. We had that caution come out, and he had about 3 lap cars. There was nowhere for him to go. He was boxed in, and I was going to rip it down to 1 and 2, but we had the caution or whatever. He snookered me on that restart. I was sitting, I was like, come on. He took off way before I thought he did, and I was like dead asleep.
Yeah.
And he was pretty much over at that point.
Yeah, it's not a fun feeling whenever traffic's what you need, and then the caution comes out and you're counting. You look up there at the board and you're counting like 5 laps. Yeah, unless we have a miracle here, he's going to have to screw up or something. Been there. I've been there. It's not a fun feeling, but no,
and overall, both nights they had a pretty good track. I mean, even though it took rubber Friday,
I was gonna say, we had some complaints on social media, I mean,
it was.
But talking about like how rough it was or whatever.
It wasn't rough. I didn't hit any ruts. I mean, it was smooth to me. It was just really fast. It had a big cushion. Like there wasn't any ruts. Like I've had raced on Riverside where there's been big ruts and stuff like that. And there was no ruts. I mean, if you got down the bottom in 3 and 4, it got a little weird, but nobody was really running down there.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all kind of around the top, and that thing was smooth all the way around. So, I mean, for what it was, they had it smooth, and they had a big cushion and stuff like that. But I mean, overall, it was both good. Both nights were really racy tracks, and so it's a pretty fun track.
Yeah, it's kind of a newer place. Like it was around for a long time, and they reopened it.
They reopened it probably like two
I'm
years
about
ago.
2 or 3 years ago, something like that. I had never been, or I thought I'd never been there, and then I was talking to somebody on the phone the other day. I guess it was Bobby. We were talking about it. He said, "You've been there." No, I haven't. He said, "Yeah, you have." He said, "That was that night Summerman drove your 360."
Oh, yeah.
And that was when I was sick and I couldn't drive. And BJ had our 360 on his car last year. And I could not remember where it was or what that track was called. But after he said that, it dawned on me. I was like, yeah, I have been there. It was a good racetrack that night.
Yeah,
so
it was good.
I'm just glad that there's something else that's close.
Yeah.
Something that we can go run. So we don't need to be bashing it. So you made the right decision.
No, man, everything's really nice about it. There's the bathrooms, like the best bathrooms I've ever seen in my life. It's basically like a trailer they pulled in there, but there's like 4 men's, 4 women's. They all have like air conditioner in them. One of them, the one I would go into, had a shower in it as well. So I mean, I guess you could take a shower there if you wanted to. The bathrooms are super nice. They were clean.
Yeah.
And the grandstands are nice. I mean, the food was pretty good. Like everything's super nice.
Yeah, I remember the food being pretty good when I went.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
You would remember.
I would remember.
I got no complaints about it. I mean, the track was what it was. That was just something they messed up on, and that shit happened.
Well, the other thing about that is, I mean, that's a 2-night show. You got to wake up first thing in the morning and get to work on that track the next day. I mean, you can't.
Sometimes all night.
And sometimes it's that night they're getting out there redoing it. It's hard to do. It's hard. We should probably have some of the dirt workers on here just to kind of give us a run through, give us an idea of what their Saturday looks like.
Most everybody's that like stayed at the track. Tony was at the track too, and he told me they've been working on it all day. They've been cutting it up, watering it all day long. So like I said, it's an all day process, and it sort of is like a guessing game to get the right amount. Like the seasons are starting to change now. It's getting cooler. So maybe you put too much, maybe the summertime amount of water was too much for, a more of a fall type day. So, I mean, that's just something that just happens, and they made it work the best they could. They still ran a fast program. So good on them for that, for sure.
I've said it 1,000 times. I wouldn't want any other jobs. I wouldn't want to run the track. I wouldn't want to be the one making the racetrack the way it is, because you're never going to win.
It's a thankless job.
Very thankless job.
You got to do your best. You got to do your best on every time you can. If you don't get it right, well, shoot, it's going to be even for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. At the end of the day, you're all racing on the same surface.
I was going to say, I've heard that for many years. Well, they're all racing on the same
That's one
place,
thing coming from the drag racing world. People complain about that a lot. Well, you sprayed my side first or second, or you went slower, so it's got more compound on it. This and that. It's some bull crap.
I can see that.
But on the circle track, you all racing the same spot. So, it is what it is. At the end of the day, if they miss, set your car up better.
Yeah.
You got to be ready for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, I thought it's just like last week at Riverside. I was like, I thought the track was great, and a lot of people would complain about it. I'm like, why? Like, if Riverside's not rough, I consider that a great night. If that track's got all them whoop-de-doos and holes and stuff in it, I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm cringing every time I go in the corner because I'm thinking, is this going to be the time? Is this going to be it? And so, like, if it was smooth the way it was and dusty, I'm thinking, oh, shoot, this is a win.
While we're still early in the show talking about Riverside, let's go ahead and mention that this Friday and Saturday night at Riverside, they have the flip-flop 50.
Y'all find a schedule of events so that we can post it up.
Yeah, Friday and Saturdays, flip-flop 50 at Riverside. They usually get a ton of cars. The pits will be out into the parking lot. They'll have so many cars there. So I would save your money, come on Saturday, because that's when all the main events will pretty much run.
Yeah, we only run heat races Friday night, correct?
They'll run a heat race, and if you make it into the dash, you'll run your dash on Friday. Then Saturday,
the dash is Friday too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Saturday will be B mains, features, and all that stuff. But
explain a little bit about what the flip flop is for people that are tuning in don't know exactly
so
what
flip flop.
it is.
So we'll do our heat races and stuff and dash on Saturday. Then that'll set the lineup for the feature on Friday. The first feature will line up heads up, like how you finish the dash and the positions on back. And so you'll run that feature.
25 laps.
Yeah, 25 laps on the first one. The winner of the first one has to go to the tail. He was trying to explain at the drivers' meeting that he's doing it a little bit different this year, but I couldn't understand what he was trying to say. I think
in previous years, if you went a lap down, you're considered like you got to stay in the back.
I think he's doing that again.
Yeah.
This year, or maybe he's switching it up. He's doing something different because Derek last year went to the back and he won both features. So I guess he's trying to make it harder this year and going to leave it to where I think I know 1 year, the year before we no matter what, as long as you finish the race, we still flipped it.
Yeah.
But last year, if you had to stay on the lead lap to stay in the invert.
Yeah, it could be 11
so
cars.
Is he going back to?
I think he's going back.
The whole.
I think he's going back to the full.
Well, they usually watch
field invert.
They usually watch.
I hope
so I wonder if maybe
like
they may hop in and tell us.
I
like
argued
it
for
too.
that. I was like, if you want to ride around and get lapped 12 times, then you do that. If that's why you want to start on the front row, go ahead.
Yep.
Well, I had thought
they just finished the race.
I had thought that even everybody that went a lap down, Derek went behind them. So I thought he started last.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He'll have to start last no matter what.
Yeah. So how you gonna make it harder?
What I was saying, because that's what one of the arguments was. Okay, so the top, I think everybody but like the top 10 got lapped the first one. So it was 10-car invert basically. So all the fast cars were up front, but then the argument is, well, he was able to maneuver through the back markers quicker, get to the front faster. Well, if you put the faster cars in the back, then you got to work harder to pass early to get to the ones who have to go to the front. So
I'm sorry, Brad. Did you just insinuate that he was going to win the first feature again?
Oh, no, I'm just saying.
If you go back and listen to that language, Brad did not mean that Derek was going to win.
That's what their thing was.
The first feature.
He's talking about last year.
You had the
sounded like
faster
he was
cars.
It's guaranteed. Derek's just going to start in the back.
He's won like the last 4 of them. So usually on Saturday it gets pretty slick and he shows out on it.
He's pretty good.
If there's one track Derek will show out on, it's if that track's slick. So, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't just dominate last week. But he broke. It was the 305 race where they had broke or whatever. So that's why he didn't just kill him. But he still come through there and won the race. But that didn't surprise me at all. Anthony's in the comments and he said full show for 600s and more on Friday. And he was talking about the mods. So they've got a full.
I think stocks are running a full show on Friday too.
No, they run Saturday. They're racing for 1,500 on Saturday. So
I thought there was 1,000 on Friday to win.
We probably should have been a little bit more prepared for
I know it's Saturday. It's Saturday.
Their
grassroots nationals was 1,000.
Throw it up on the chat so people can see it too.
Yeah, come on, tech guy.
Yeah,
the viewers got to be able to see it.
And y'all both got rides Saturday night, right?
Yes.
I got a call this morning. Mr. Bobby Jones, we talked for a little bit, and he said that he wanted to go racing this weekend. He said, well, we sure missed a good weekend this past weekend. I said, yeah, we did. I said, it's been a good one. And I'll just tell Dale this because he'll get a kick out of this. He said, that 47 car ain't got no more than mine's got, and we could have competed with him. I said, yep, I agree. So we're gonna go run the flip flop this weekend in the 55 car for Bobby Jones. So I'll be there. You're going to be there in Tony's car.
Tony's car, the 8X car this weekend.
8X car, yep.
It should be a good show. They usually get
It usually is.
We get about 30, 35 sprint cars most of the time. So
yeah, and the stands are usually pretty packed, if I'm not mistaken. That's usually a really good
we didn't
race.
talk about the money to win for sprints.
Oh, yeah, it's great. So it's $2,500 to win each feature. But if you can win both of them, it's now you'll make $10,000 if you can win both features. It
Yep.
was 8,000. Now they've upped it to 10,000 if you can win both of them.
So if you got a car, plan on being there Saturday. You never know what can happen.
Yeah.
But I know one thing: if you don't start the race, you can't finish it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm planning on winning both of them. I could really use 10 grand.
Yeah, the flip flop hasn't been too great.
let's
for me
finish
last
the
couple
race.
years.
I'm about to say, let's finish it.
I think
Might get too far ahead.
I think my last 3 flip flops, I've crashed out of both first features and had to start the back to the second feature. So yeah.
Well, why? What happened?
Well,
Was it self-inflicted or was it something else?
I got help.
Yeah,
I got help both times, but
oh, that wasn't the Landon Crawley one, was it, or
no.
was it?
Well, that was the one where that was last year. That's when I ran over him. But there's 2 previous.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I've had issues in those. So, yeah.
Landon Crawley, you were the problem. You gotta put it. You gotta
I
put it. You
didn't
gotta
say
put it
that.
on the board. He said it. He said you were the problem.
We talked about last week. I had to call everybody because I screwed up on that one.
Oh man, yeah, that's an even worse feeling.
Well, I can't wait for the weekend to get here. I'm
Yeah, me
excited.
too. I'm
Flip
kinda
flop's
excited.
It's one of my favorite
racing
events.
this
There's-
weekend.
There's so many cars there, and the way they do the format's cool to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy
Then
it.
after that, we still got the World Short Track Challenge. So that'll be. Is that the week after the?
It's
2
2
weeks
weeks
after.
that.
So
Which
that-
I don't know. I got to call Clayton about that too because he's running out of time here to start promoting this deal if he's going to do it because we're in the month of October and it's supposed to be about 3 weeks from now and there's nothing going on with it. So
Well, I can tell you that was something else that I was going to say, and then I got sidetracked. But that's something that Pete's really good about because I've had people that don't keep up with racing at all message me and ask me, "Are you running the flip flop this weekend?" And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, "How do you know what that is?"
Oh,
He said it was on the radio.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, see,
Yep.
so that's what Pete and those guys
Yeah,
do
he's-
so well.
Yeah,
They
he's good
promote
about that.
like you're supposed to, you know."
Yeah.
And I think that's where Riverside lacks a little bit. I think there needs to be a little bit, but which Lynn Neal's been on 98.1 and they're pushing a little better. They're doing a better job, but I don't know.
Pete gets on
Pete just
about
takes
Hey,
it.
I'll tell you what, they should really look into YouTube ads.
I agree.
I
I
think
100% agree.
we could probably help y'all out with that
Yeah.
if you wanna.
Yeah, I
If
agree.
y'all want to get on the YouTube game,
I
'Cause
definitely-
YouTube's reaching these kids and these people a lot better because people ain't even watching cable TV anymore. They're watching YouTube.
Yeah,
So
I totally agree,
Yep.
Clayton. I think we should make a deal.
Yeah,
What do
holler
you
at
think,
us.
Brad?
Put a big sign right
Yeah,
here.
we put a great big sign that says "Lord help us, Riverside."
There we
Yep.
go.
Yeah, we could do something like that. All right, I'm down for that. Greg Perkins, he said World Challenge was awesome last year. What happened last year? I don't even remember.
That was with the ASCS.
Oh, that was the night that we went from the C, the B, the A, and then I crashed.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
crashed
right.
and I got to 10th. I
That's
made it
right.
all the way to 10th.
Yeah,
I
that's
passed more cars than anybody that night, and I screwed it up in one corner. Yeah, that's why I couldn't remember because I tried to forget about it.
Yeah, I forgot that was that race.
Real quick, back to the AI stuff. I just wanted to mention this. How many people did y'all see this past week fall for Grandma getting hit by that?
They're
A
still
lot.
They're
falling
still
for it
falling
today.
for it.
A lot. Yeah,
That-
it's still on Facebook.
I still see it getting
everywhere.
shared. On
I saw
X and
Grandpa
all
get
that.
shot today too. They done another one. Said that he was jealous. He wanted a T-shirt too, and he got shot with it.
Oh, my
And
God.
I don't know why. It just
man.
came to my mind. I've always got notes wrote down and stuff. Maybe something funny or something I just want to bring up. And
It's getting
I've
scary,
seen
dude.
more
I've
and more
seen-
people share that video,
Oh,
and
yeah.
but it looks real.
It looks pretty good.
It looks really.
you got to
good.
be really looking to.
Maker out there too.
Yeah, it
It's
didn't.
called Sora.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty insane.
That's the one I
Didn't-
saw. I saw Stephen Hawking dropping in on a.
I
saw that too.
on it. I saw it.
Didn't
It looks
X,
way too
I think
real.
X released something else. They've got some new AI thing they got
This one is
going.
owned by like ChatGPT.
Oh, is it?
I
Okay.
think.
Grok or something that got some update or whatever. And now they've got one that's really, really nice, supposedly. I seen a little, I didn't look too much into it, but I did see a little bit about it. Weber Valley is real. Is Weber Valley real? That ain't real.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's
The page of
totally.
it's real in our heart. I will tell
totally
you.
real.
I will tell you though. We're gonna talk about fake pages. That's something we're gonna
Y'all,
bring
y'all
up.
mean you don't
But-
believe they're doing the recliner races?
Oh no! I would watch.
What about the zero turn races? That's real.
I saw the one where this 2 or 3 year old was climbing the fences. It said need to be respectful and not climb the fence. People behind paid to watch the race, and he was sitting there climbing the fence. It was pretty funny. Like I would recommend it. Like if you're gonna watch AI videos and it's deep fake and you know it's fake, watch Weber Valley. It's one of the funnier
Yep.
pages
Shout
on
out
Facebook.
Weber Valley.
But I can tell you what's not legit, and I'm tired. We actually got accused of creating Riverside Ruts, Riverside Referees.
We did.
We got accused of all that. If we have to sit here and go through our phones and show you that we're not in that, I'll flat out do it.
All I'm gonna say on this thing is I've got a whiteboard. I say what's on my mind. It's me. I don't have to hide behind somebody else or
Yeah.
some fake thing.
Well, why would we?
say what I wanna say.
Hide? We have this. Like, why would we
I was
create
listening.
a fake page?
Exactly.
Okay, we're getting way into the week because I was offended by way more than that part of the message. I didn't even care about that part of it.
Yeah.
I was offended by.
I did.
I was offended by
That guy, Beau.
us, or I've seen it in other comments as well. But this particular hate message we got is we were the problem because we're bringing drama to this. Well, we're just talking about all the drama you guys put on the internet that we read and then we report it.
How many times have we shut drama down?
Yeah, we've addressed the drama and brought it
How
into
about
our.
We
Right.
have
building.
literally made phone calls. We have had people call us
to give their side of the story.
and get
yeah.
their side, and we get the other side. And
Yeah.
guess
all
what?
the sides of the story.
It shuts down
Yeah,
every single time.
Yep.
yeah. But I've seen it in the comments like we're bringing drama or we are the drama. I was like, what do you? How would you even come up with that?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, like how?
We've addressed. Oh yeah, we obviously addressed, like you said, we've had people in here to talk about their drama.
No, we are a solutions-based podcast.
Yeah,
We
we.
actually never come to a solution. I forgot to bring it up. The who was it that called in last week?
Carter
Yes,
Caldwell.
him and Matthew Weekly apparently
I was-
got in touch and
Oh,
have
see?
solved their
Yeah.
problem.
There
Well,
we
that's
go.
why
I
they
was
weren't on
gonna
the
say,
podcast this week.
I was gonna bring that up. Like you beat me to it, but like yeah,
I didn't even
So-
know that. Yeah.
Carter gets on here,
Carter,
says his
Matthew,
piece.
let us know if you're going to be at the race on Saturday night. We want to see you out there.
Yeah. So I mean, Carter tells us his side, and we talk about it. And he's like, I have not talked to Matthew. He's not reached back out, whatever. And then he texts me either that night or the next day. I don't remember. And he was like, hey, talk to Matthew. Everything's good. All right then.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Our
We
work
did
is
our
done.
job.
I said last week, this is where Facebook warriors come to die. So if you want to talk smack, fine, but you're gonna do it here, and you're gonna show your face. Don't be hiding behind some Riverside referee pay, Riverside rut, and think you're gonna do the same thing that we're doing, because that's not what we're about. We're not doing that.
We made the game. You're just trying to play. it.
Exactly. I don't like the fact, like, listen, it's kind of like the Weber Valley page. Like, it's original, so, like, I can get behind it. It's funny. And, I feel that way about Clayton, Not the Real Allen page.
Yeah.
It's original. It's been around for several
Yeah.
years now. It's funny, so I can get behind
Yeah.
it. But when you start getting, you want to copy it, essentially. You
Yeah.
want to create a page
Be
and
original.
be cute. Yeah, you got to be original.
Find your own thing.
Yeah. So,
But do it with your name so that when it does blow up, at least you can be attributed to it. You can't be like, I had a friend of mine one time that told me that he started that's what she said joke or something like that.
Boy.
I'm like, dude,
That thing's
what do
been
you
around
even
forever. That's been around
you
forever.
didn't start that junk. I
Yeah.
can't remember what joke it was. It may not have been that one, but there was one. It's one of those that's like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
if he did start it though, it's like, what? You should have put your name on it.
yeah. You gotta put your stamp on it.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
I just I agree. That pissed me off because I'm like, of all things, like we're the ones putting it all out there.
Yeah.
We're not starting any drama. We try to end it.
Yeah.
We try to be as legit as possible. And when we're wrong, we say we're wrong.
Mhm.
At least I think we
Yep.
do.
I mean, we'd be on the board.
Yeah. We
I don't
put
think we've been wrong yet.
we've put Will on the board. Not once, but twice. So like I said, nobody's safe. But anyway, I don't know. We're not gonna mention names because it's not even worth mentioning, but yeah, don't come at me with that crap because that's not what we're about. So
And here's, I mean, you got to, if you're going to say all that, you got to say this. If you don't like what you hear, then don't be the problem.
Yeah. Call it.
I got a better solution. I've got a better solution. If you don't like what you hear and you don't like what we're about or what we're doing, then start your own freaking show. Me and Will can get a list together of all the stuff that we got to do the podcast, and you can start your own freaking show if you just really want
And then
to.
you can figure out how to do what I do.
Yeah, and then you can figure out why Will has gone on the board twice. And not, or better yet, if you don't want to buy the stuff, if you don't want to go through all the trouble, come right on in here. We'll do some negotiating. You can sit here at this table. We'll turn the camera on, and you can say your piece. We might not be here, but Will will be here.
Will does charge a fee for.
Will's going to charge you a fee for coming.
A seat fee.
He's got a long ride to get here. I feel better. I've been wanting to say that for like 7 days.
Brandon's had a lot on his chest.
We need to do
Been
more.
late.
Maybe
Yeah.
we need to do more. Well, speaking of Dale, I got to give him a shout out. Dale won. That was his 14th win of the year.
Yeah.
So
Dang, he's on the roll.
he's been killing it this
Somebody
year.
watch out for Saturday night.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he'll be a threat for sure. He's had a really good year. Probably one of the better years I've seen. It's good to see in his old age he still has it, I guess.
Yep.
You know, he's like a elder. What do they call it?
A shoe?
Do what?
A shoe?
Nah, is it elder statesman
Oh.
of the sport, I guess, or
I don't
whatever,
know.
whatever that is. Yeah, he's one of the elders. Respect your elders. Another topic I wanted to get into though, that was big news. We actually got it right before we come in here. Hodenshield won the Open the other night.
75 grand.
75 grand. It's one of the crown jewels of the year. Big deal. Gets the win. Finally, he showed a little bit of finesse. He wasn't himself, in my opinion. He actually was able to stay calm. He got past, fell back to like third or fourth.
Yeah, he worked his way back up.
He
Good.
stayed calm. He was finessed around the bottom, made it back to the lead, got the win.
It looked good.
Showed a little bit of maturity for a change, because he's always been the hammer down on the cushion, go till I either win it or wreck it kind of
Yep.
guy. So he showed a little bit of discipline. So maybe now he'll have that little bit, and he could actually win a championship now, because he's
And he-
always,
yeah.
in my opinion, I've said for 3 or 4 years he's his own worst enemy. You know.
That's what makes me a fan of him, though, is just how on the edge he is. Like, yeah, he's probably going to crash and stuff, but that's what's drawing me towards him is the way he drives. And I mean, I'm not his car owner, so it's easy for me to say.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's what I like about him. That's why I root for him, is because of the way he drives it. It's
Yeah.
100% no matter what. So that's
Yeah.
what I like about him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I agree. I watched him at Peevely, and it was rough. I can't remember what year he won it. One of the years he won it, but it was Ironman. It was 55 laps, and it was rough, bad rough. And he was the only one that seemed like he wasn't slowing down. He was going faster. You know, that car was bouncing all over the place. And I remember Dad, and I'll throw myself under the bus a little bit, but we didn't make the show at night. And Dad looked at me. He's like, I'm really glad you didn't make this race. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because it was rough. But I mean, watching him at night, it was entertaining to watch. But God, a lot of times it seems like when, you know, he could have won a race, had a chance to win, and he
there's
just
a bunch of them.
doesn't back
There's
down.
about 3 or 4 of them this year. He's
Yep.
run over a lap car, taking himself out, winning. So
Did y'all watch his? I know you listened to a little bit of his post race, but did you watch his post race?
I didn't watch any of it.
Man, I thought he did a great job there too, especially with
he's
the kinda,
always really good at that.
with
Yeah,
the he's been making headlines for not keeping his cool and
Yeah.
kind of being a little rash
that one
lately.
there, yeah, but
Then,
Victory Lane, he's always been pretty
Yeah, he was really
pretty
good.
calm guy, like
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Really,
he seems like a different person. It's like
humble. I guess humble is the word.
Yeah,
He's like really
yeah.
humble.
it seems like he grew up overnight. It's like something happened. You know what I mean? It's like some switch was flipped. I don't know. Something personal happened.
Got fired.
Somebody
Well.
did. That's what we're gonna bring up. I don't know if anybody watching has heard this yet, but Kyle Ripper, his crew chief, was fired the next
day.
morning after winning a crown jewel.
So
What do you make of that?
There's a couple layers to this. I'll just kind of break down the timeline of what I've started reading and finding out. So the next, or maybe even that night, Danny Dietrich posted, he said, one car owner I would never race for is Dick Marshall, which is Richard Marshall.
Yeah.
And her, which is Jennifer Marshall, his wife.
Yeah.
He said, I said what I said. Thanks for everything the 48 team does, Richard. And I was like, why is he saying this? What's going on? Nobody really knew what was going on. Well, then a little bit later, or maybe the next day, it's a Danny Dietrich post in a hot tub with Ripper, which is Sheldon's crew chief, and it's like, welcome to GKR this week, which is his race team. I was like, what is going on? And people were saying and like, what's happening? What does this mean? Can you tell us? And there was nothing on Facebook about it that I could ever find. Well, then Jeremy Elliott dropped a video probably about 2 hours ago talking about the situation. And so apparently Ripper, which is Sheldon's crew chief, got fired on Sunday after winning the $75,000. And so Jeremy Elliott, he kind of, when he was he really didn't say what happened. He kind of he said something about Kyle Pruitt, which was Logan Schuchart's crew chief, but he got fired a couple weeks ago. And rumor was he'd already found another team is why he got fired. He was already going to leave Schuchart. Schuchart was like, well, just go ahead and go. So he let him go. And then in passing in that video, he says Kyle Pruitt going ahead and get a head start for next year, which means he's going to be the crew chief of the 17 car. And he kind of made mention he knocked on the doors, wanted the keys or something to that effect. So I asked around a little bit about what happened to see if I could find out.
Brad's got he's got the insider.
And so
he's the insider.
From what I've been able to gather is Ripper messaged Richard Marshall, which is the car owner, that night. He drunkenly texted him and said, "Aren't you glad you didn't fire me now?" And so I guess Richard Marshall woke up the next morning and read that and just proceeded to fire him and let him go. So, but also the tire guy quit and the car chief quit.
The whole team quit, did they not?
Yeah, everybody. The crew chief's gone. The car chief's gone. Sheldon's going to stay on to the end of the year. He's going to finish the year out. And right now, all they have is Kyle Pruitt, which he's going to be the crew chief of that team. Right now, all they have is Kyle Pruitt. They don't have a tire guy. They don't have a car chief. So yeah, you want to know a month on the road? They got about 4 weeks left.
Well, that might be a good.
My name in there.
I tell you what, they pay a lot more than Brandon Ames Motorsports does. You might ought to check into it.
Got about 4 weeks left, and so they got to try to piece together a team by the weekend, which they're on the East Coast still for this weekend, so they might be able to scrounge up some PA guys to make it happen. But
Somebody'll do it.
They got their work cut out for them to try to piece all that together, and it'll be interesting to see how the year ends out for Sheldon now that he has to work with Kyle Pruitt, a guy he's never worked with before. And now the big rumor is Dason Pursley is going to be in the 17 car next year.
Ooh, I know that makes Beau happy.
Him and Kyle Pruitt are teaming up. That's what I've been hearing. I don't know. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what some of the rumor mill is saying. So. But yeah, it looks like Kyle Pruitt wanted the keys to the shop, and so now he's got them. He got the key to the rig and everything. So that was pretty interesting to hear that he got fired after winning $75,000. But if that's what happened, then I can see why he got fired.
But all he said was, "Ain't you glad you didn't fire me now?"
Well,
I guess you got to understand the context.
I'm sure there's some more going on behind the scenes as well that we don't know about. That's probably been said since all this has went down. And I thought it was interesting too. I thought I had this up. Sheldon, when he made his post, let me see here. Sheldon, he made his post about the race after he won, and he said, thankful for the whole NOS Energy Drink, SJM Racing 17 team, especially Ripper, his tire guy, the car chief, and my girls, Zane and Pella, which he didn't mention anybody else. And he just kind of made it, especially, like I thought, after the fact, I went back and read that. I was like, that's pretty interesting way to put it. Kind of like some.
You think he's got something against the Marshals too? I would assume.
I feel like it's going. It went south. That's why they're doing the switch up. Something's happened. I've heard that Ricky and the Marshals are having some beef as well. He possibly might even be a part of it next year.
That's so weird because they've been together for years. The Chili Bowl, like they did all the Chili Bowl stuff together for a long time.
It's the same thing though. Tony Stewart and Donnie were together for a long time, and eventually it soured. And
what do you think causes that?
I don't know.
Stop working.
I guess it's just like anything. Marriages that happens all the time.
I hope not.
If it gets stagnant,
50% of marriages, fail most of the time. So I guess you just get around each other for too long, and
Yeah.
It's like they always say, you need a fresh start, need a fresh start.
I
Like,
think it comes with expectations. I think only way a relationship sours is when you have an expectation that's not getting met. If you have no expectations, then I guess you never have a relationship that sours. But if you're gonna have, in a professional environment, there's always going to be expectations on either, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
As an owner and as an employee, there's always going to be expectations that come from both sides of that, and it's easy to get sidetracked on it, and it's easy to get busy. I mean, those guys are running nonstop for the majority of the year. It's easy to miss out on.
They really might as well be married. They're around each other every day. They're working. They go. They probably take vacations together. I mean, who knows? I mean, they're around each other all the time. They hardly ever go home. They run 80, 90 times a year. It's a dog's life, to be honest. I mean, it looks glamorous. It's fun for us to watch on the weekends. Watch them, but it's a ton of work.
Yeah, that's what a lot of folks go into. You hear people you hear the drivers have been out there on the road for a long time. They kind of talk about the crop of crew guys that are coming in now, and they have this misconception that it's like a party. Like after the races, we're getting drunk and we're hanging out and all this stuff. And they're like, no, we're going to the car wash till 4 a.m. and we're going to maintenance. That way we're not out here in the heat of the day doing it. We're going to sleep till about noon, 1 tomorrow, and then we're going to start getting ready to go to the track. They think they don't have that expectation of it. They see Knoxville Nationals.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is all the time.
Every time. Yeah.
After the races are over, this is what we go do. It's like, it's not even what it is. 90% of the time, this ain't what it is. So they have these expectations.
If you want to do that, you need to go race for a weekend warrior. Something like that. Go race for people that don't do that for a living.
Go help Keith Ainsworth. You'll have a good time.
Yeah, go help the Ainsworth crew. Hey, Kevin Ramey. Kevin Ramey's told me for years, especially at Chili Bowl, said that they might not win the Chili Bowl, but they're going to win the party. So Kevin Ramey's probably a really good one, I would have to say. Who else? Derek. Derek's trailer's always got 100 people around it, especially at Riverside. Riverside, I guarantee you Saturday night.
They're the last ones out.
Yeah, they're the last ones out, and there's usually 100, 150 people standing around that trailer. So they're not going to lose a party over there. But no, it's not. It's not like that for us, is it, Beau?
Yeah,
nope.
No, we're ready to load up and get home.
Now, well, shoot. This year we hadn't even had anything to celebrate.
Yeah, no, we really hadn't. Had some good cars, just crappy finishes. But
we have gotten to get in bed earlier than expected, like three out of however many nights.
This year I've gotten in bed early on Saturday night plenty of times.
Yeah, there was times we were in bed before midnight.
Yeah.
On a Saturday night that we raced.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
That's doing something right there.
Yeah. But, and talking about Sheldon, we still don't know where he's going. Nothing's really
18 car.
Yeah. I think it's the worst kept secret. They haven't come out with it, though.
Yeah, it's the worst kept secret at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and tell you he's going to the 18 cars.
You want to break it here?
We're going here first.
Yeah, I gotta say, you want to just put that.
Sorry, Jeremy Elliott and all those guys, Dirt Tracker, who's got it all dialed up and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
should have went ahead and dropped
They
it.
haven't actually come out and said where he's going. Now, yeah, we all think he's going to the 18 car. That's been said for a few months, but still, I'm anxious to know. Do you think he'll run Outlaws?
Yeah,
we talked about
he's
that.
Gonna run Outlaws,
you think it'll run Outlaws?
That's what everybody said. He's going to run Outlaws as well. So
yeah,
Dirt Tracker said, "I'm hearing he's going to run the Outlaws." Like, okay, so he's running the Outlaws. So
how many people you actually think watch Jeremy Elliott? And I don't know him. I don't watch his stuff, but just the video you sent earlier today.
His are not good.
Yeah, they're just
Dirt
watching
Tracker,
that.
Dirt Tracker's reading off a prompter.
Yeah,
but he doesn't. You can't tell that he is.
Yeah. We're not going to talk bad about anybody doing no podcasts.
Oh,
no, I'm not talking bad about him. Just listening. I just don't like listening to somebody doing it solo. I just can't.
Comment if you like listening to us talk.
Well, apparently they do. I mean, we got 22 people watching right now. Apparently they like listening to us talk. But
22 people.
I don't know. I can't listen to somebody.
Thank y'all for watching.
Monotone and like Dirt Tracker.
Somebody called me a 12-year-old, sound like a 12-year-old boy on here before. So
yeah,
it's all right.
Well, we've been told we sounded like bumpkins and everything else on here.
Yep.
We're used to it.
Yeah. Did you see the Zach Hampton tweet?
Yeah, and it was,
about the fireworks?
it's funny you say that because did you see Bill Rose's tweet?
No,
Yeah, Bill
I
Rose
didn't know he
tweeted.
tweeted.
Bill
Let's find
Rose
it.
after the fireworks. So did you see it? Did you see it?
No,
So Zach Hampton tweeted something to the effect of like, "Why are you guys holding up the show for 45 minutes for this fireworks show that nobody came to see?"
Yeah.
He drives for Bill Rose. Well, then Bill Rose the next night posted something about that was an awesome fireworks show. Williams Grove.
We love your
Speedway.
fireworks
Yeah.
show. As a previous promoter at that, thank you for putting in the time, money, and resources to always having a fantastic show.
Yes, that's his.
That's
I'm talking about the next day.
That's funny.
And
And Zach
and Zach-
retweeted it.
Well, then Zach Hampton put that his inventory was like 25% off. So everybody's like, "Oh, so you already got fired for your tweet?" Because anybody that's been fired this year put their inventory up for sale for 25% off, and then the next day it's announced that they've been fired.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So now it's like, oh, Zach Hampton just got fired for his
I'm
fireworks.
gonna say he got a chewing for that. I didn't know Bill Rose promoted races.
Terre Haute.
Really?
Yeah, he's part owner of Terre Haute, I believe it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, Zach Hampton tweeted 2 days ago, said delaying the program for a fireworks show.
Yeah.
95% of the people don't care about
Yeah.
at all every single time. And I was reading some of the messages, dude. Some of the people that were going after him.
Defending
said-
the fireworks show.
Yeah, and Scott W. This was the funniest one I saw. It says those fireworks were good and lasted longer than your B main.
That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one.
I was like, dang man, that was really good. Well,
hilarious.
Chaz was the one that he screenshot it or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
Chaz. That was why I saw the tweet. I don't follow Zach, and so that's how I saw the tweet. I saw that comment and I was like, golly, Bill, Bill Rose. Huh? But yeah, no, I didn't see Bill's tweet.
Yeah. So
That
I
is
don't know
funny.
if he was trying to play off of what Zach did, but it was very interesting that Zach put his inventory up for 25% off like the next day after all that happened.
Yep.
So I was like,
Did you buy a shirt? Did you get one after that?
I didn't get a Zach Hampton shirt.
Do you think he'll be back next year? I was talking about that. Do you think he'll actually drive that car next year?
Zach Hampton?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Bill Rose also raced Williams Grove, so I don't know if he plans on trying to race again next year or what. So, I mean, Zach Hampton actually done a pretty decent job in that car. A
Yeah.
lot better than I thought he was ever going to do in
Yeah.
it. So, he's probably been one of the better ones in the 6 car as well. So,
Yeah.
I feel like that fireworks thing didn't get him fired, he'll probably be back. I think he brings something to the table too that helped him get in there, I believe, but I don't know that for a fact. So
Well, it's all about that money. If you can bring some money.
because he had his own operation, still does. He's got a couple 410s and trailers. So I don't know if he brought motors or something like that. It's probably some sort of transaction type of deal.
Yeah.
Yep. You can get some money up, you can get you a ride anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you who needs some money. I just wanted to bring this up.
Brandon Hanks Motorsports.
Yes. Yes, for sure. We need some, and there's a good way we could do that. Is if you guys would like the live and get those thumbs up going, and then we could share the show and get some more subscribers. That's one way to do it.
We're not asking for money. We're just asking
we're not
for
asking.
your help.
Like, just promote us. Just help promote us. Come on, that's an easy way. Doesn't cost you a dime. Just do that. But no, I was actually gonna say, Matson, the TSR car, they're gonna need a few bucks
That was a rough.
to fix their car. Do you have that, Will? IT guy, you think you could pull that up for us somehow? Where's it at? Do you have it?
Back up in the chat a little ways.
Yeah, we put it in
Where's chat?
Facebook. I
Facebook
believe.
one. So, Matson hit the wall probably harder than I've seen anybody. Probably even harder than I did, Peebly.
Okay. Is it the nope, there's good.
Hold on. I'm sending it to you. It's coming through your Facebook right now.
Okay. Thank you, Brad.
But
We
that's-
got you straight.
Oh, it's third vision.
Oh, their vision. Can't do that one.
No, it's fine. They can get over it.
Oh, it's live.
Yeah, they can get over it.
So what are they gonna do?
What are they gonna do? Tune into the show?
Oh, boy. Scooby Doo's texting me.
Who's Scooby-Doo?
Ronnie Howard. He said 305s can run this weekend with 360s.
Is Ronnie running this weekend?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh, look at that! In your own car, Ronnie?
No, it's gonna be in somebody else's.
I think it's gonna be a
Oh,
Navy
you're gonna
car.
sneak in here.
He said, "Y'all need me to come back on." Well, if you come back on, there's gonna be a time limit. Whenever that timer goes off, we're just gonna walk out of the shop.
Ronnie, you hadn't raced anywhere we've been all year. I mean, you might have raced with Brad.
He
So.
raced Atwood when I was there. in the
That's
Navy
right.
car.
I wasn't there that night.
Yeah, you wasn't there that night.
Well, there really hadn't been anything to talk about, Ronnie.
Yeah, what the heck?
You're going to have to bring it this weekend. I don't know if you're going to be racing under an alias name or if you're going to race under your own name.
I
But.
promise you, he's gonna be there and he's gonna be causing a ruckus.
I hope so.
Can you not get
It'd
it
be good
up?
to have you back, Ronnie.
I don't know what that means. What is but more than 23 people? Oh, something about more than 23 people are going to be watching? Or
I
what?
guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
no, I guess if he was on here, more than 23 people would be watching. Well, get crazy this weekend. It'll slam your head against a
I was
trailer.
gonna say, it's actually been really quiet. The drama's kind of quieting down a little bit. What's gotten into everybody? The Tipton County drama hasn't quieted down none. We had a homicide yesterday, just like one street over. You trying to get it up? We're gonna get it up. We're gonna get our tech guy.
It has been a quiet week drama-wise, though.
Yeah, it really has.
I had a pretty...
I know.
Yeah,
I guess maybe we are.
we
Well,
fixed it.
Riverside.
we're the problem. We solved all the drama, so now we have nothing to talk about.
Riverside didn't race on Saturday, so
That's true.
That's
there was
part
no way
of it.
for that to happen.
That's true.
That's part of it. It was hard to find
wasn't a lot of racing
things to put on the whiteboard today.
Yeah. We had to actually find it. And
Had
then
to
I
work
said something
hard.
about putting Taylor Swift fans on there, but then Beau said he'd leave if I brought up Taylor Swift.
I'll see y'all later.
Well, they are. I've
Just wanna
seen.
bring the whiteboard up.
We're not talking about
Yeah,
them.
bring up
We're not
the
talking about
whiteboard.
it. All right,
Look,
bring
all
up
I
the
was gonna
whiteboard.
say about the
No, we're not talking
all
about
I was gonna
we're
say
not
about
talking
it
about that,
was
John.
that I've seen grown
Oh my
women
gosh.
locally dressed up to go watch whatever it is at the movie theater of hers. And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's-
really?
That would happen with the Barbie movie too. When we're going out to eat,
I
see
stay
people
in my lane.
dressed up in pink.
My lane ain't
Yeah.
that one.
We've run a couple of movies like that.
It's funny,
y'all
I
are the
just
problem
referenced
with me.
staying in my lane.
I didn't even know there was a Taylor Swift movie out. So
I didn't either. I didn't either, but apparently everybody's talking about her freaking album, and it's driving me nuts. I'm sorry,
All
go.
right, I'm gonna pull the board up now and show y'all who's on it.
February.
Like I said, it was a slow week this week, so we got some not usual topics here, but here, I'll turn around so my guys can see. Ross Chastain, Slammed Enough, Fox 13 News Memphis, and all the fake Riverside accounts.
No, we've already talked about the fake Riverside.
We did.
Yeah,
We
I'm about to
covered
say,
it earlier.
But we
We-
wanted to make sure you guys know
Yeah.
you were on the board.
You're on the board. Grow a pair. Use your real names. Half
And
of
we-
you aren't funny anyway.
And see,
If
we
you're
can't
not
even
OG, you're
we,
not even funny.
we can't even get them a T-shirt because we don't know who they are.
That's right.
So you know what? You're not getting.
And you're not getting one. You're not gonna get one
Yeah.
because even
Yeah.
that you may if you out yourself in a way that makes you good enough to be on the board with your real name, then you'll get it.
We might even have you on the show.
Yep. So Ross Chastain, a little bit of NASCAR talk. This week finished up the round of 12
There goes Perky.
in the playoffs. Pretty
Greg said NASCAR made the board.
well, it was a pretty uneventful weekend as far as NASCAR goes. The Roval is a terrible race. It's awful, and with Shane Van Gisbergen in the crowd in the field, it's not even worth watching. I mean, we were literally the biggest moment in the race was over position 18. It was a playoff position as well between Joey Logano and Ross Chastain, but that was P18. Like there was nothing else going on. Larson and Bell were going at it for second, but
There really wasn't nothing to it either.
yeah,
You
and they
didn't watch
didn't
it
even,
at all,
they didn't even put it on
I've
TV.
only seen clips and stuff. There's stuff I don't know why it happened. So I've seen everybody talking about Denny Hamlin passed somebody that caused something else to happen in the points.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
So Ross, and the reason he put him on the board was because, in my opinion, and we were talking about it before we started recording. he
Well,
shot
let me
himself-
just say the reason why he's on the board.
Yeah, he shot
The reason
himself
why
in
he's
the
on
foot,
the
in
board
my
is because
opinion.
he just had a terrible day on
Pit road.
Sunday. All day long, he had a fantastic car. He could drive it well, and he gave it up. I mean, he gave up everything on pit road. The two instances you were going to talk about, and then running in the back of Denny Hamlin. I mean, I don't fault him for putting a
He
fender in
wasn't
there.
gonna make it.
No,
Like he wasn't.
wasn't.
If he doesn't take
No.
Hamlin out, he doesn't make it.
Which I mean,
But
we
he took
already
himself
know
out of the process.
Austin Dillon did that last year and got eliminated from the playoffs because he took somebody out to win the race.
Yeah.
Ross wasn't going to make it, but I mean, he had to. If he didn't shoot for the moon, he wasn't going to make
Well,
it.
I was gonna, and I should have said this. I would have put Denny's team on the board because Denny even said after the race, he said if I'd have known that you staying ahead of me would have kept Logano out, I wouldn't have passed you. But he didn't.
No, that's not what he said.
That's what he said.
That is not what he said.
That's what he said to his team right after the race.
No, he was talking to his team right after the race, and he said he needs to know that information. He needs to know that Ross is desperate.
That's what that means.
No, it doesn't mean that because
What else would that mean?
why would he said it on his podcast today that the driver to be more likely to keep him out of Phoenix
Is Logano.
It's Chastain.
How?
The driver most likely to beat him at Phoenix is Logano.
That's what I'm talking about.
But we're not talking about racing Phoenix. We got 3 races to get to Phoenix.
Shoot, man, them Trackhouse cars are not near as fast as the Penske cars.
That's statistically, that's incorrect.
Yeah, but you know
Ross
this time of
has
year,
been
they're going to Vegas.
statistically.
Yeah, but they're going to Vegas, and
I'm
Logano's
telling
fast
you,
at Vegas.
statistically, in the past, since playoffs started, Ross is more of a threat to Denny getting in. So he wanted. I mean, it's just as likely he would have chosen knocking Ross out. And he talks about what he was talking about with his team on Saturday about who he would rather have in or past the cut line. And Ross was one of the ones he wanted below it.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, if I had to pick between Joey and Ross, I would rather Ross be in there because the 11's way faster than the 1, and they're gonna outduel him every week. But the 22 seems to pull the horseshoe out of their rear end every freaking at the end of every year.
They don't have it. They just had a good race yesterday.
He actually had a terrible race.
Well, they had a good race.
They were clean. It was clean.
Yeah, it was just a good, clean race.
But he was slow. It was terrible.
Logano's not going to beat Blaney in a head-to-head anyway right now. Blaney's too hot. Anyway, that's a Penske on Penske crime. We got 3-4 races to go till we worry about that. But that pretty much covers it. Ross he gave it up. Had a better car all day. A little bit of strategy at the end that could have maybe gone a different direction. I personally think they should have followed Logano in on that last pit stop and got 4 fresh tires on it, or at least 4 scuffs, something to. I think he had a good enough car to make up the gap.
Yeah.
But there, it's over.
Who was next?
Run the 8. Slammed enough in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg.
You see this?
I saw people talking about it. Was it the Rod Run or something?
Yes.
No, it's not Rod Run.
Okay.
Let's make sure we're very clear. It's not Rod Run. It's none of the. They are their own event. They have events all over the Southeast, maybe out west. I don't know, but all over the Southeast throughout the year, where you can go and take it. It's JDM based cars, kind of a younger crowd. And this weekend they got a little rowdy in Pigeon Forge. They started. It turned from a car show into a street takeover.
Yeah.
And it was the
People
authorities
couldn't
had
get
to
to
come
gas
out.
stations or grocery stores.
Yeah,
or nothing.
and that gas station that's been featured on the news and everything, they actually host a pop up every year in affiliation with Slammed Enough, but it just got too out of control. People started fighting and they were tearing stuff up, and I mean, it's a street takeover. We've all seen it. It's ridiculous.
If you've never seen a street takeover, basically they just surround an intersection, start doing donuts, burn.
Yeah, it's completely reckless.
We have them in Memphis all the time.
Yeah,
it's not street racing. I do want to clarify that it is not street racing. It is street delinquents. I mean, it's just destruction of property at its worst. It's ridiculous how bad it can get in some of those scenes. If you find yourself in one, try and get out as fast as you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, it got pretty rowdy. They could potentially have messed it up.
Oh, it won't
for
be
a,
bad.
for a lot of
it'll
people.
be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be bad.
Oh, Slammed Enough is done. But
Yeah.
like you did mention Rod Run. You got the Miata. There's a week of Miatas up there. There's Jeep Week.
Oh, I'm sure they get
And
rowdy.
Jeep.
All
I've
their
been up there.
Miatas.
I've been up there for Jeep Week, and you literally every single parking lot is full of Jeeps, people hanging out all the time. Rod Run's really similar from what I've heard. And there's never any problems like that. But then you have a group of kids come in, they just don't know how to act, and it's ridiculous. That's the problem with cheap cars, is you get into cheap, and we all started there. I mean, we all started with cheap cars. But
you know who I could see driving a Miata? Will.
I would drive a Miata. So Miatas aren't the problem. Miatas
Everybody at home doesn't know
slamming
how
though.
big Will is, but Will's kind of a tall guy. He's a big guy. I could see him getting in a Miata. I think that'd be right up your alley.
Anyway, we can transition into our next one from slamming up and street takeovers into Fox 13 News. Memphis. Golly, what is going on? Y'all trying to get the police killed? Fox 13's out here.
What happened?
Fox 13's out here doing live reports on where these officers are setting up at and where they're, where they're patrolling and doing these things. And like it's bad enough that the local politicians let it get so bad that, you can't even enjoy the city anymore without having to worry about getting shot or run over or find yourself in a street takeover. And now you're giving the criminals an advantage. A local news station is giving the criminals an advantage. They're getting a pretty hard time from a lot of people.
To me, Memphis is a given, though. It is the problem. It's been the problem for years and years and years.
Well, be careful. You don't want to end up like all these memes about these white guys that are scared to go into cities.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that?
No, I hadn't seen that.
That stuff's pretty wild.
It's like, not that I'm scared to go. I just don't want to. I don't want to go down there just because I don't want to put up with it.
Why do I want to risk my life?
Why do I want to risk shooting somebody today?
Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's freaking horrible. I wouldn't go down there. I try not to go down there for any possible reason.
Well, they try to say like, oh, crime is on the downturn. It's on the downturn. Well,
they're not reporting it.
That's what I'm saying. Right across from the Bass Pro, like I make a delivery at the Rendezvous, the little shipping station right there. There's like a road that runs between there and the Bass Pro there. Well, there's a video of it everywhere. They just jump out of the car, start firing AKs at another car driving past, like in the direction of the Bass Pro. Everybody's like, "Oh, crime's cool. Nothing going on." Well, like that thing, it doesn't get reported. It's like they make a memo and it just gets stashed away. Yeah, if you don't go to the scene of the crime, you cannot report the crime, and they don't. It's like we were saying, crime is down, but we're also not reporting the crimes as well. So of course the crime is down. Like you can go out in the streets of Memphis any day or watch the news, and you can't tell me crime is down when I see another crime every single day, or I see 300 something people arrested in the last 72 hours because we have people enforcing the law now. There's plenty of crime going on still. It's just not getting reported.
Yeah, it's good to see. We've got inside information that Memphis has cleaned up in the past 72 hours. That it's a lot easier to get around down there, and it's a lot more pleasant. So maybe there's hope for Memphis. Maybe it'll go back to the Memphis it was 10, well,
I'm about to say 25, 30 years
maybe
ago,
further
or
than that.
longer.
But at least 10, maybe 15 years ago, you could go down there and you didn't have to worry over every little thing. I mean, it was just a regular city danger.
I would go to a Grizzlies game in like 2018 or something, and I'm looking over my shoulder, but I wasn't like worried. Now I go down there and I'm thinking,
something's going to pop off.
Some lunatic come out from somewhere just wants to start something.
At the very least, the window's going to get busted out.
Yeah. I have no desire to go down there amongst all them fools and be a part of
I
it.
used to go down there all the time. Like, didn't think twice about it. It was Saturday night downtown on Beale Street. Didn't think twice about it. Now I don't even want to go on Monday.
Yeah,
dude, I'm not going.
We did the same thing. They're keeping me from going to Top Golf. I would love to go to Top Golf. I suck at golf, but I would like to just go.
Count me out. I'm not going.
And play Top Golf.
But like you talk, like all these politicians, they've had these press conferences saying we don't want a military takeover. We don't want this. We don't want this. Well, then you go ask the business owners and on Beale Street in downtown, they're like, our businesses are dying down here because nobody's coming. So we need this down here. But it's these politicians that probably live in the white neighborhoods in the suburbs are saying, we don't need it here in Memphis. Like,
they live wherever they want, and they they have whatever. If they need security, they got it. It's all taxpayer dollars paying their salaries.
We were making jokes, but like you said something about now that they got the National Guard and everything down in Memphis, now they're coming up here. Because literally, we had a homicide. I was not joking. We had a homicide just over here yesterday.
That was more of a domestic.
I know, but then we had something happen earlier today.
Yeah, officer-involved shooting.
Yeah,
right down the road from here. So I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah. So we've got all kinds of crazy. Now it's moving up here, So
Yep.
Yeah, I hate Memphis. I don't go down there for any reason unless I have to. You're down there in it every day.
Yeah.
And
I like Memphis, but man, I wish they would get it back.
That's what I was saying. Like,
I'm not taking my family down
you
there.
can definitely see a big uptick in police presence everywhere you go, like downtown, even on the surrounding highways. There's highway patrolmen everywhere. I mean, you can't go 240, 40. You're going to see 5, 6, 7 of them.
Did you see the Mustang state trooper? Did you see that? Yeah, they got some Mustang, some hopped up Mustang. That's a state trooper car. I saw that.
I saw the state troopers pulling over.
It'd be funny to watch a state trooper put it in the ditch.
I saw them pulling over truckers the other day. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is not what you're here to do. We don't need to be pulling us over and
Quit
checking
messing
us.
with commerce.
Hey, don't be doing this. We're here to stop the crime, not stop us. Go ahead. Yeah, so they're everywhere though. I mean, downtown. It's definitely a lot less people walking around on the streets than you would normally see as well. So I mean, it's definitely had an effect.
Well, I may be wrong, but that's how you're going to get people to go back down there. You know, you're going to get more and more people to come back to Beale Street because they're going to say, hell, I don't have as much of a chance of getting stabbed or shot, you know, so they'll feel safer and they'll go, you know?
Yep. I mean, it's always going to be, anytime you go to a city with more people present, there's always going to be that inherent danger, you know, somebody's going to pop off, but
I saw this stat.
It's ridiculous right now.
Or I was hearing about this on Patrick McDavid's show. I just like to bring it up just because it makes Hadley laugh. But he was saying something about like a lot more people in the country. They had like some stat about people that don't buy alcohol as much nowadays. So maybe that's part of the reason Beale Street's not what it is anymore.
Maybe.
You know, more people are getting more mindful about their health especially since COVID. Everybody's getting more mindful about their health.
It's expensive to go down there too. I mean, you're gonna spend $150 probably when you go down there. So
Yep. Well, we're probably ready to close it up.
Yep, that's about it.
But we would be we can't not mention Bobby Allen. Him passing away yesterday. And you know, Bobby Allen, everybody watching this knows who Bobby Allen is. He was Scruffy is what they called him. You know a lot more about it than I do. I didn't grow up around the sprint car scene, so I didn't really hear about Bobby growing up. But I you know, kind of got to know him a little bit, just what little I've seen over the last few years, keeping up with sprint car racing. But
he was a racer, like a racer that did it the hard way the whole time he's ever raced. Like there's stories of him back in the day when he would travel up and down the country. He would sleep underneath his truck, sleep underneath his trailer, like just to have some cover over his head. And he would do those things like that. And even these years racing, the last 10, 15 years on the Outlaws, like one of the cool stories about Shark Racing is he took his grandson, which is Logan, and his son, which is Jacob, took him on the road racing World of Outlaws. I think 2014 was their first year. And they had 2 motors, one for each car, and they had a short block. That's all they had to go run the whole World of Outlaw tour. And everybody said they wasn't going to make it a month. They made it the whole year. And he talked about like how they did it. So basically, like they would do their qualifying, they do their heat races. And so let's say Logan started inside the top 10 and Jacob started 21st. Well, Logan, he could run the whole race, but Jacob had to start in part just get the start money. Well, if it was vice versa, Jacob's up front, he can run the whole race. Logan had to pull in. If they were both in the back, they both just started in part just to save nights and laps on the motor.
Tires and everything else.
Tires and all those things to try to make it all year. And he said that we could go to Don Knott and I could pull up to Don Knott and say, hey, something's wrong with this motor. I need to get this motor fresh. And Don Knott would like stop what he was doing, pull them in there, work on their motors at night so they could get back on the road to go race wherever they had to get to.
Yeah.
And he would go around and, pick up all the used tires, or he would go to the teams and give them $100 and they would give him whatever used tires they had. That's how they made the whole, first year on the World of Outlaw tour. And, 15 years later, they're still out there and
winning the million at Eldora.
They got 2 of the best teams. Everybody wants to go drive one of those cars now. Started from basically nothing and built it up to what they have now. So they really are like a real rags to riches type story. And like they actually worked hard and overcame a lot of things. They have one of the best stories in sprint car racing.
Definitely one of the coolest stories of sprint car racing you'll hear.
For sure.
But I was sad to hear about that. He was a cool guy. I watched a lot of interviews and stuff he done. I saw the Brad McMahon.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was pretty funny. His tweets about him. But yeah, I hate to see that. But thoughts and prayers with the family. But we're gonna close it out, guys. If you're still in here, like I said, give us a like, give us a share, help us out. Let's get to 300 subscribers. I want to see 300.
away.
Hey,
Yep.
come see us on Saturday night. We'll be at Riverside.
Yep,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
be running
we're gonna be at Riverside this weekend
in the 55 car
in the 55 car and an
And
8X
8X,
car.
and 8X.
So we're gonna be there. We're gonna have some fun. Hopefully, this rain will stop.
Oh, it's gonna be.
We
good.
got a long week.
Yeah.
We're supposed to stop tomorrow about 1 and be good the rest
Yep.
of the week. So
Hopefully so.
we'll be in good shape.
All right, guys.
Well-
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Y'all let her eat.
Let her eat. See you later.